Alright, what's going on, guys? So today we're gonna take this exhaust from this car. The bolts are kind of stripped, so we can't take them off, so we're gonna cut like right about there. Can't see it right now. Right about there. And then we're gonna take it to the shop, and then we're gonna undo the bolts with something. You know, we just got a little more space then, and then we can put it on this beast, and then we can put the stock springs back and stock steering wheel, and then I can go back to Tech Pass. Hope it gets good, and then we can rebuild it back, lower it again, put the wheel back in, put the bucket seat back in, put the roll cage back in, swap the engine, do all this crazy stuff, get bash bars going on here, and yeah, he's gonna cut it right now. So
I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Je bent nog geen voor, hè, joh.
So right now we're taking the exhaust out. It goes over the diff, so that's the annoying part. It's like really hard to get it out without actually dropping the lower subframe, and we're trying to get it out now. It's pretty hard. I've been fucking around for this like almost an hour. Die haak. Moet die draaien. So we got this thing out. This was a living fucking hell to get out, but so we got the exhaust out. It was pretty hard. I wouldn't be able to do this alone, so we had to do it with two persons. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna take it to the shop, not this shop, the shop where I work at, and we're just gonna cut these rusted off bolts out because they were like, you know, impossible to get off, bolting. So we just cut them off, and then we just use this flange and just bolt it straight to the car over there, so I don't have to do any cutting on my new exhaust that I got welded out there. So I can actually unbolt that one, just completely take it off, bolt this one on, go to Tech Pass, and put the other one back on after. So right now I'm just gonna load this thing up real quick, and this is what we had to work with. This is pretty sketchy. Look at this. And it's all tilted and shit, so gonna get this thing down. Oh shit. Oh fuck, forgot to take that thing out. Fucking idiot.
Super.
Oh my god, this feels like it's gonna drop. Oh.
Die tonnenblokken ooit hoor. Het zijn echt betonnenblokken.
So we got the exhaust loaded in here. It's sticking out a little bit. It's alright. Just gonna take it to the shop, and then we're gonna put the springs on, exhaust on, steering wheel on. There's like a couple of small things to take care of. I gotta wash the bottom of the car because they said it was leaking, and yeah, that's about it. So gonna take care of all of this shit.
Nee, die is helemaal gaar. Ik denk die ook.
So we got the flange off that's on the car, and this is the exhaust that goes to the exhaust thing. We actually had to put a vice grip on the nut out here because it was stripped. We're using an impact gun on it, and you know, we got it off. So right now, all I have to do is, you know, unbolt these two bolts. That actually go off as if it's nothing. Like, it's crazy how easy those bolts go off. The camera's not focusing, sorry.
Hoger zetten, dan moet je niet.
Ja, ik vind die ook te laag. Camera's not focusing for shit. So we're just gonna take the exhaust off real quick. You know, bolting the new exhaust, that exhaust, and not new exhaust is the new exhaust. We gotta put the old exhaust on. It's really no work, just 2 bolts and then these rubber bands, and that's it. Right now we're gonna take out the coils, and when we get the coils out it's gonna be way easier because we can drop the diff a little bit and then we get the exhaust over it, so it's like way easier that way. And when the exhaust is in, then we're gonna be putting in the stock suspension in the back again, and that's about it. So then we're almost done. Then we only have to do the front coilovers and put the steering wheel in and then clean the bottom because it's like kind of leaking. I'll show you guys. So basically the main seal is leaking pretty bad, so yeah. So I unbolted the shocks on the top. It's just 2 bolts, pretty easy. As you guys can see, I got the shocks loose. Now the whole thing dropped down a lot. And now we can get the exhaust thing over it because we got to put it over the diff, which is a huge shit show if you got the shocks connected to it and everything. So right now we're just gonna put the exhaust on, get that out of the way, and when that's on, we're just gonna take the coils out, and then we got all the stock suspension out here, stock shocks, stock spring. These are huge too. Look at my hand and the size of that thing. And look at my hand and the size of these. Like, wow, what a difference. And then we got this front suspension that's gonna be for the last. Yeah, it's not really taking that long if you have a lift. Words can't describe how nice it is to work on this car with the lift and everything. Oh shit, I'm hitting this again. I got a huge dent in the front with that right here. I actually put it on lift. I wasn't even looking at it when I, lifted it up, and then I got this huge dent out here. It kind of bumped me out a little bit, but honestly, I don't really care about it anymore. Yeah, that's about it. So right now we're gonna get the exhaust on. So right now we got the exhaust on. What I'm gonna do now is get all the stock suspension back in. It's not really that much of work if you got a lift. If you don't got a lift, I feel really sorry for you. You should for me too, because I put the coilovers in back in the day when I didn't got a lift. It was a huge shit show. It was an absolute hell. But we got the rear out, we got the rear coilovers out right now. I'm just gonna put the stock rear in, and then we're going over to the front, and we're almost done. So in the summer we went for a little drive, and this one guy tried to literally ram us from the road. So I had to cut off from the road, and I hit like a really big curb. And this is the dent, this is the aftermath. It's pretty deep. It doesn't look that deep on camera. But trust me, it's pretty fucked. My rail is like completely fucked. Look at this. And right now, I just sanded it down a little bit. And I'm just gonna put some primer on it and a little bit of paint so it doesn't rust out on me during the winter. Because winter's coming and I don't want to get this thing fucked, And shake this thing up a little bit. So. So, this guy's doing some body working shop stuff. He's going the legit way. Maybe he's getting butthurt about me doing all this.
Voor mij is het ook goed hoor.
Some nice undercoating going on out here. Nice and wet, so it won't rust. So, you guys like drag racing and shit? Stands in the front, you know what it is. And we got the lift stuff in the back. Still gotta do the front.
Oh, die beweegt nu, hè? Nu beweegt hij. Nu beweegt hij. Nu beweegt hij.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh my god! Seven seconds, bro! Oh! So right now we're gonna take out the coils. We gotta undo these 3 bolts on the top. We gotta put a jack under there, and then we do these bolts right here. In the bottom. Where the hell is this bolt? Oh, right in the bottom. So we'll do that right now. So we got all the stock suspension on. This thing is absolutely monster truck status. Look at this gap between it. Like, I mean, and words can't describe how fucking high this is. This is absolutely crazy high. It's so weird to look at this because it was always slammed for so long now, and this is super duper weird. Right now we're gonna wheel this thing a little bit. You know, it's super comfortable, and that's the only plus side of this. It's super comfortable to drive. What I gotta do for Tech Pass still is I gotta put it on the lift again next week. Before I go to Tech Pass, I gotta take a pressure washer, clean the bottom of the car, and drain the oil again. Like, put a tiny bit of oil in the car, so there's not like a lot of oil loss and whatnot. So I hope I get through with Tech Pass because of my oil leak. That's the only thing I gotta worry about now. We still got the stock steering wheel that I gotta put in. I'm gonna be putting this in when I go to Tech Pass because I absolutely hate driving with this. This is an absolute, like, I hate the way it feels and all. So yeah, right now we're gonna wheel in the stock Corolla. It's gonna be super awesome. Yay! And next week we can put all the coilovers back on it again and whatnot.